Hello, kindergarten. My name is Mrs. Paul. I am the teacher for your fifth grade buddies, and today I'm going to read a book aloud to you. And the book that I am going to read is Lifesize by Sophie Henn. It's a really fun book that my kids love to read at home. So we saw panda on the front, and now we are seeing bamboo. Maybe that'll give us a clue for what the book is about. Lifesize by Sophie Henn. An African elephant's feet are so big we could only fit 2 life-size toenails on this page. Get your toes out and see who has the biggest toenails, you or an African elephant. That's the size of their toenails. Only 2 of them. Look at my hand. My hand is almost as big. Only 2 of them fit on a page. And that's how we're going to start out our life-size book by Sophie Henn. There are so many wonderful creatures on this planet, from the teeny tiny to the utterly gigantic. But just how teeny tiny or utterly gigantic are they? Well, in this book, you can see for yourself, because every time you see the word life size, you will know you are looking at an animal or part of an animal that is actual size for real. Lots of fun, colorful pages. So let's go on a life-size adventure and see how you measure up against some of the world's most amazing animals. Here is a life-size bee hummingbird. Isn't it tiny? In fact, it's the world's smallest bird and can beat its wings super speedy, 80 times per second. Try flapping your arms that fast. So look, here's my finger up against that hummingbird. That's how teeny tiny that bee hummingbird is. High five a polar bear. Put your paw on the polar bear's life-size paws. Which is bigger? Here's my hand. Polar bears live in a place called the Arctic, which is rather chilly. Brr! Huge paws help spread their weight on the snow and ice. Who else lives here? Well, a narwhal's tusk is actually a tooth that grows to the top lip. Ouch! It can be over 8 feet long. We haven't said life size yet. These life-size lampreys have 11 to 12 rows of teeth. That's a lot of brushing before bedtime. That's life size. So here's the page. Look at it against my hand. And they have 11 to 12 rows of teeth. Try on a life-size Toko toucan's beak. Hold it up to the side of your nose. How does it look? That would be really big on me, but that's a life-size one. The Toko toucan lives in a hot leafy forest of Cuba. Its super snazzy beak makes up 1/3 of its total size. That's like you having a beak that's half as tall as you are. What other birds live in Cuba's forests? Cuban parakeets are really sociable. This life-size parakeet is enjoying the shade and looking for some parakeet friends to play. And here's my hand. Up its belly and its tail. Look, a flamboyance of flamingos. Aren't these life-size toadies pretty? Their bright feathers aren't just for show, they are for camouflage in the colorful Cuban forest. Let's see if you can see how they camouflage. Again, here's my finger. So that's a little one. Those toadies. You are eye to eye with a life-size giant squid. Turn the page and look through the hole to see how you would look in a giant squid eye. here's the giant squid eye. Look at that. It's almost as big as my head. Giant squid live near the bottom of the ocean, where it is very dark. This is where having a largest eye on the planet comes in handy. Big eyes help them to see better in the dark, which is useful when they're on the lookout for lunch. Who else lives down here? The irukandji jellyfish are the smallest jellyfish in the world. They glow in the dark just like the giant squid. But don't let the tiny twinkliness of this life-size jellyfish fool you. It's got a powerful sting. So I want to show you this. Look, here's the head. It's about the size of my finger, right? Top of my finger. But look at its tentacles. Follow the tentacles. Ready? Follow them all the way up. It's the smallest in terms of this, but look at how long those tentacles are. This life-size pea crab is tiny. Although he's only 2 inches wide, he has 10 legs. That's 8 more than you. So I want you to look at this. Right, let's see if I can get it good. Right there, that little white speck is the crab. That is the life-size crab. Look at how tiny and small that is. It's really little compared to that squid. Roar like a Bengal tiger. Hold the book under your nose to see what you look like as a life-size tiger roar. I gotta stand up. Look, his roar, it's the whole entire screen. Most Bengal tigers live in the vast forest of India, but it's easy for them to stay in touch as their roars can be heard up to 2 miles away. Pardon? What other animals can you spot? Well, this is a life-size tiger centipede. These creatures have so many legs that they are bound to lose one here or there, but don't worry, they can just grow back another. So there's our tiger centipede. Here's my hand, about as long as my hand is. Let's see what else. A gray lemur monkey and Cantal deer are great friends, warning each other if there are any predators coming by. Look out for the tiger. Here is a leaf. Not really. It's a life-size leaf insect. These clever insects pretend to be leaves so they can hide from predators. So sneaky. Right down here is the leaf insect. Again, let's take a look at it. My finger up to it. Pretty tiny, but it looks like a leaf, doesn't it? Stick your tongue out at a life-size giraffe whose tongue is longest. That's one really long tongue. Cheetahs are completely dotty. No, really. They each have up to 3,000 spots. African elephants are the largest land animals on the planet. They also have the biggest ears, which they flop to keep cool. Giraffes live on the hot, grassy plains of Africa. They are the world's tallest animals, so it makes sense that they have an extraordinary long tongue. This helps them reach the leaves on the acacia trees. Yum. What other animals live here? This life-size male rainbow lizard is usually reddish-brown, but it turns rainbow-colored to impress the female lizards. Try these life-size kangaroo ears for size. Hold them up to your forehead and jump around a bit. You are practically a kangaroo. I'd look pretty good with kangaroo ears on. The fancy frill-necked lizard opens its mouth and pushes out a trill to scare away animals. Boo! Red kangaroos live in the hot and dusty Australian outback. Their big, pointy ears can swivel to pick up sounds from all around. What other creatures live here? To get out of the hot sun, this life-size desert scorpion can burrow up to 3 feet down in a twirly spiral. Phew! Look at that. That's my finger. Well, part of my finger. Look how little that is. That's scorpion. So let's talk about all of the things that we have seen so far. So we talked about a giant squid. Tip to tail is up to 60 feet long. Giraffe can be up to 18 feet. So squid is the biggest thing we've seen so far. So wow, we've traveled the world and seen some amazing life-size animals. Let's see how these animals compare in size to one another. The African elephant. Here's the Bengal tiger. We come to this size up here. We have the two, it would be equal to two life-size books, which is from beak to tail. It's 24 inches. Where do you fit into the lineup? Measure yourself using this book to see how you compare. Are you utterly gigantic or teeny tiny? Try measure your friends and family as well. Here's the polar bear. It's going to take 8 life-size books. The kangaroo is 5. The giant panda is 5. And the bee hummingbird doesn't even fit on this page. You can't even see it. That's how little it is. The giant squid was 60 life-size books. The end. That was Life Size by Sophie Hint.